to demonstrate my new project. It's support for InterSystems IRIS for project named N8N. It's a quite new project for automation, some workflows. It supports many different workflows with a lot of connectors, adapters, integrations for many situations. And they're allowed to develop community nodes, and I developed one for Iris. Here's project. N8N is Node.js basic application. So our node is also written on Node.js. And I want to demonstrate how to use it. Let's start our container with this application. Very simple, just from their original Docker image. We will use Debian base. Let's start it. We store settings in our user's home project, so we can open this in browser. Skip it for now. So this is main window for workflow. We need it. We can delete start. This here. What we have here, a lot of many nodes types out of the box. For, as you can see, for different situations, also for data storages, and for here a few databases, and so on and so on, many things. Also types of triggers which can help us to start running workflow due to, like, if it's appeared some file in folder, or like by timer, by cron, by interval, some webhook. It's like just web link external. If from other application you call this link and trigger workflow. And many other triggers also, like by email, by forms and so on. So many things. And so we are going to use Iris, and we have to install our community node I developed. We can do it right here. Nodes Iris, full package name, and install it. shouldn't take so long time. Yes, here it is. We have it. Go to back. And save it. Okay. So what we going to do? I want to demonstrate it on like simple project. We will read it for new posts and save them in our database in IRIS. Let's start like with HTTP request. Application not needed. Read it. Come. Come. Feed new and JSON format and limit to 20 posts. That's it. And we can execute it now. And see the result interpreted by N8O and 8N. So we can see that we have few posts here, but it's a lot of data and it's only one item returned. Okay, it's whole JSON. But for our task, we need to split this big JSON to each post, so we can separately insert it to our database. So we need to use tool as list items list, and split items by, we have here yes, data and children, which is our list of items posts. So we use that data children. That's it. Execute. It will reuse data from the previous execution for testing. And we now see that it's 20 items, so it's already 20 separate posts, which then we can pass to the next query, to the next node. And we can add iris here, like this. For iris, we need to select database, and we need to create credentials. And for this task, I decided to use latest InterSystems all access feature, cloud-based SQL. So it's a SaaS service from InterSystems with SQL. I have already deployed application, and I try to connect it. It's like very empty, just deploy it. Use host, port the same, namespace user, username SQL admin, and password, which I set earlier when I deployed application. Save it. It tries to connect to the database. Connection established, tested, so we can connect to our SQL server. Good. Save it. Yes, save it. Close it. Now we want to insert, but we don't have any tables. So this node can check any tables on the server. So we have to firstly add some table. Let's add another node of IRIS, use the same credentials. Now execute query. Let's create table. Create table. Simple, edit. I'm not going to add many fields, just a few of them. It will be a subreddit. Web chart. It's quite long. Also title. Web chart. Also quite long. This one. No? And created number. That's it. And we can execute. Create table doesn't return anything, so we have no output, but successful. And if we go here, so we can see now our new table. And choose columns. We have to map our data to the columns, and we see the list of columns available. We need data. To make method. And as N18 already suggests, we can move, easily make it like this. Just drag and drop. Subreddit. Then title. Title. And also create it. Create it. That's it. And we already can execute it. SQL query insert in IRIS doesn't return anything. In output, just response that's all good. And we can go to SQL portal here. And it already shows that we have some data, and we can do query. We have 20 records as expected, and all the records we created. something like this, very simple. And we can also have a bit like add some parameters to SQL queries, like here, select all from sample ready, where subreddit for this case, it uses this syntax, and we can pass it from outside as parameters here. It can be like manually written, like ask Reddit, or we can reuse values like from previous node, like when we inserted values, and map here, like if we would have some webhook where was uh, so we would have this as parameter. It would be able to use it here in this way. We got one result. Let's check something else. What we have. Okay. Even two. So it's working. So and for sure we can like send this to like, CSV file, spreadsheet, Excel, so on. Write file, like cell 6, execute node. And it will create new file which we can download. Or then like it's possible to send it to folder, like we set data result 6, and it will save this file. Here. Okay. And so it's saved already in folder inside our container. Also, like they mentioned triggers like interval, set it 5 seconds, connected to our flow, and we can activate it, and our triggers starting to work. And our interval node, each 5 seconds, calling next, next, and next. And we can go to execution. and see that it's working. Yes, it takes some time due to the distance to selected iris instance over internet. With local machine, it will be faster, and we have also quite simple machine on internet and cloud. We can stop it. We can finish the work. Okay. Select count. So already 100. So we already had 4 more requests at least. One more. Finished. Yep. Finished. So we already have 120 rows. So here's the way how to use it. One of the ways. Thank you for your time.